If you didn't already know, I'm from Birmingham, and more specifically, a little place called Erdington that has a lot of interesting characters, shall we say.
4 divided by 2.
4 divided by 2 doesn't exist. It's not a mathematical number. They just tell you that at school.
So what's your final answer?
Wake up.
And anyway, I love football kits, of course, and also I love designing football kits. I made one for the Amalfi Coast about a year ago, really proud of that one, and currently working on a secret project for the club I play for. But I thought, why not make a football kit for the place I grew up? So that's exactly what this video is. Starting with some research, I had one thing in mind straight away, and to be honest, one of the only cool things about Erdingtons is Mothers. Mothers was a music club in the 60s and early 70s that hosted some of the most iconic gigs like Pink Floyd, Elton John, Led Zeppelin, and of course Black Sabbath. This is by far the coolest thing in Erdington's history, and honestly, it's not talked about enough. Like, for me, this venue was literally on the high street, and it's above a furniture store. I walked past it thousands of times and I never knew it was there. It has a blue plaque now. But it's just really cool, and it's a bit of a shame it's not there anymore. It closed down pretty quickly, to be honest. But anyway, I knew this is what I wanted my inspo to be. But how? Well, when you research into Mothers, one of the coolest things are the posters that they made for the club nights. And they were always really colourful, psychedelic, so I knew that would be my reference. And then that made me think a little bit like this Seattle Sandals kit that was inspired by Jimi Hendrix. So getting into the design, the first thing I did was find this purple psychedelic pattern and put that into the base of the shirt. I also made sure it was like a purple on purple so it wasn't too jarring. I then found a funky font that resembled the ones of the posters and used that as the sponsor, just writing out Erdington. And then it was time to make a badge. So I did a little bit more research for this and I actually found a website from Andy_, who made a flag for each one of Birmingham's areas. And this is actually really, really cool. You should check it out if you get the time. Like, there's some really cool flags in here. Aston's is probably the coolest, which is annoying. But anyway, for Erdington, he used the crest inspired by the Royal Erdington family coat of arms, which has 2 lions on it. This can be found across Erdington in little bits of architecture as well. So I used that for my inspiration, the 2 lions. So I put that on a shield, very basic. My badge making skills ain't all that, but I thought this would do. And then I also didn't like how the design went all the way down the sleeve, so I added some nice black cuffs in there to kind of match the round neck collar. And then when picking a shirt sponsor, I was just going to go with Adidas. They're like one of my favourite brands at the minute, so I was going to just do that. But then I thought, no, let's make this kit as Birmingham as we can, as Brummy as we can. So I looked around some sportswear brands in Birmingham, and actually Gymshark was founded in Birmingham in Solihull. So I put Gymshark on the kit to add that little bit more heritage in there. And then some final more details in there. I added the dates of Mothers in there, so the years they started and ended. Again, to keep this local, again, I used the Baskerville typeface, which was actually made by John Baskerville, who was a Brummie. He has a grade listed house in town still. And the final bits of Erdington I wanted to add there, little final touches, was the postcodes. B23, B24, I'm from B23. I originally had them at the bottom right, but I didn't really like that. So I actually made them into the cuffs, like as they were going round, and almost like a nice little golden trim around it, but made up of the postcodes. And there we have it, the Erdington football kit. I hope you like it. I hope the people of Erdington like it. I think it's got a lot of love in there. It's got a lot of history in there. I'm actually really proud of it. I'd love to actually make this kit. Like, if I could even just make one of these for me, that'd be pretty sick. And that's it for the video. A bit of a short one, but I hope you enjoyed. I do want to do an away kit for this, so if you do want to see that, let me know in the comments. We can do this, maybe make it into a little bit of a series. I'm thinking Spaghetti Junction for the away shirt, but if there's any Brummies out there, let me know what you think in the comments below. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. I'll see you next week.